everybody, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts, brought to you by Driving Live. I'm your host, Melissa Fillmore, and the lighting is a little wild today, and it is windy as all get out, and apparently nobody can drive in wind. I don't know what's happening. I have a really great topic I want to talk to you about today because I'm reading a really good book called Atomic Habits. It's a really good book. I'm only like 2 chapters in, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And of course, I'm reading it for a little bit different reason, but it applies to any of your goals, and especially to health goals. Like I said, the lighting's going to be a little wonky today, but we'll just deal with it. So the thing I want to bring up today is that, when you truly want to make a change in your life, especially if it's a health change, you want to change those habits, you have to become a different person. You have to become a different identity, right? And so I actually took some notes because it was so good. This is something I talk about when I do have clients that are really trying to make lifestyle changes and really change their life for the better and make these habits stick. Because I describe it as, when I'm going into the grocery store and you've got all the girls standing there and they're trying to sell you some Girl Scout cookies and they're like, would you like to buy some? I might donate because, I know they're trying to make money. But my usual response is, sorry, no, I don't eat sugar. I've become a person who does not eat sugar. That is my identity. So if you think about something like, if you're somebody who drinks a glass of wine every night, that is part of your identity. You're going to have to change that part of your identity. It might be, instead of drinking a glass of wine every night, you drink a cup of tea, or you might not be someone who goes to the gym all the time, but you will probably need to become somebody who does at least go to a class or go attend something. So let me read you the quote from this book. It's so good, because it really does make sense when you think about the long term of your goals. Okay, my notes. The ultimate form of intrinsic motivation is when a habit becomes part of your identity. Instead of you're a type of person who does something specific, versus a type of person who is this. I am the type of person who eats clean all the time. I am the person who hits the gym 5 days a week. I am the person who doesn't drink, versus I am the type of person who doesn't drink very often. Okay, again, what does your identity tell you about that? It's a commitment. That's what it is. It's a commitment to whatever the habit is and the changes that you're trying to make. True behavior change is identity change. Decide the type of person you want to be and prove that identity to yourself with small wins, right? So, you're going to fall down. You're going to have days where you're not going to make it to the gym, or, you can't resist that beer or whatever it is. But, you're really looking at the overall, what do you do more of? If you have more wins on that situation, then it does become part of your identity. I tell people all the time, like I said, you become a different person when the girl who barely started to learn how to strength train and started to pay attention to her calories and then eventually her macros, and then all of a sudden now I can't imagine missing the gym for more than a few days. Maybe on vacation, but even then I'm looking for the gym. I am the person who eats clean 99% of the time. I'm the person who doesn't drink very often. I don't keep alcohol in my house. I don't keep junk food in my house because I know that's a struggle, right? That is my identity versus, the 210-pound woman who struggled to not get into the chocolate when she was having a rough day. My identity is totally different. So really just a really good way to describe, the commitment that you have to whatever your goals are, whether they're health goals, or for me, I'm reading this more about my business goals and about life goals that I currently have. It's about improving, right? So really good book. If you're somebody who likes to read, or if you are into Audible, not a bad option to check that out. It's a really incredible book. But anyway, that was my thought for today. I just wanted to mention that because, I know that people struggle. I think my biggest frustration is when somebody says, help me lose this 30 pounds. And then when? What after that? What are you going to do after that? Well, then I'll be back from my trip to Hawaii and I'll just go back to what I'm doing. Oh, so you want to put those 30 pounds back on? Well, no, I don't. Then what do you mean you're going to go back to what you're doing? That's why people yo-yo diet. They diet really hard, they get where they want to go, but then they think they can go back to the things they were doing before and they can maintain that goal where they were able to get to. And it's just, that's not the way it works. We got to be realistic about it. We got to talk about how if you want this long term, you have to set yourself up for success. And I always tell my clients, look, the longer it takes you to reach your goal, the more likely you are to stay there, because you're ingraining those habits. You're ingraining that new identity of you are now the person that does these things, right? Anyway, I know I'm preaching here, but God, it's a good book. I love to read. I'm a huge nerd. Can't help it. I'm always reading. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you've read a really good book that has changed your life, I want to know about it. I don't get as much time as I used to read. Honestly, these days I read when I do cardio. I know that sounds bizarre, but it's true. But yeah, if you've got a really good book, if it has anything to do with structuring systems and time management, that's for me right now. So anyway, have a great day, guys. Have an incredible weekend. The sun is out today. I'm super happy. If the wind would just go away, it'd be perfect. So anyway, have a good one. Bye now.